Let's talk about how to overcome heartbreaking loss, whether that's in health, wealth, or relationships. I'm Tim Francis. I'm an entrepreneur in Austin, Texas. A few weeks ago, I was in Vancouver, Canada, at a private dinner with 3 other entrepreneurs. To my right was a gentleman named Rohan. Rohan shared with the table this very painful period in his life where he was sued for a significant amount of money and his father passed away all within about 7 months. The table was silent. What a horrible, challenging, difficult stretch of life to go through. So I turned to Rohan and I said, man, what did you do to get through that? Rohan shared that he'd contacted his coach, Dr. John Demartini. Rohan shared what he'd been through. And Dr. Demartini simply said, Rohan, I'd like you to do an exercise. I'd like you to make a list of 250 reasons why it's actually a good thing that your father has passed away. Rohan was stunned. Did I hear you correctly? Dr. Demartini replied, yeah, I'd like you to create a list of 250 reasons why it's a good thing that your father has passed away. Dr. Demartini continued though and said, Rohan, once you've completed that list, I'd like you to create a second list. This list is going to be 250 reasons why it's a good thing you're being sued. Rohan's eyes got big again. But being the good student, he said, okay, I'll take the coaching, I'll do the exercise. After hanging up, Rohan started writing. The first few bullets were really difficult to get through. He's writing about his father's passing after all. After a few bullets though, they started to come more and more easily, more and more quickly. And Rohan started to realize that through his father's passing, that at the funeral, he'd probably get to see many, many people he hadn't seen in years. He also realized that at the funeral, he'd probably hear some really interesting stories about his dad, many that he'd probably never heard before. And Rohan just kept going and going and going until he had a list of 250 reasons. Rohan told us that because of these exercises, within one day, he went from feeling totally devastated to totally free. All of the fear and all of the mourning had disappeared. And all that was left was this true sense of love and connection. He also realized that all the things that he was afraid to lose with the passing of his father would actually still be available to him just through a collection of other people. With all that sadness and darkness out of the way, all that he was feeling was the infinite sense of love and connection to this amazing man who was his dad. Since that dinner, I've taken this into my own life, and I've thought about other areas where I feel sad or resentful or frustrated. And none of them have been as dramatic as being sued for a lot of money or losing a cherished parent. Mine have been more in subtle areas, around punctuality, around some business losses of the past. And I didn't push myself to do 250 reasons, but I did push myself to do 50 reasons. So if you'd like to take this exercise into your own life, even if it's not 250 reasons, and even if it's not something as dramatic as losing a parent, I think the power of gaining an alternative perspective on our situation can be so incredibly empowering and really unlocks us to fulfill our potential in this lifetime. For me personally, the thrilling pursuit of excellence is something that fires me up each and every day. And if that's you too, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.